Okay, so in this video, I'm going to be looking at using Microsoft Teams with our meetings that we have for classes. And I'm going to specifically cover things like the calendar, but more specifically the channel calendar, which I find quite handy, the lobby, a very, very useful feature, and various options that are available for meetings to maybe help your classes go a little bit more smoothly. So let's have a look and start here. Here you can see this is an example of my one of my teams, and if you go right to the top, there, you've got all these little tabs over there. We've got posts, files, class notebook, assignments, and grades. But if we go ahead and we click on that little plus so that we can add a new tab, that'll give us a couple of options, and here are some of the options that we have. The first option, fortunately for me, is the channel calendar. So go ahead and look for the channel calendar. There it is over there. That's what it looks like. Take your mouse, click on it, and add it. Okay, so now we've selected the channel calendar app. We're going to add it to this channel. So for the purpose of this demonstration, I'm just like in the general channel, but you could do this in any channel. All right. So we're going to add it, and you can see the first thing we need to do is, well, let's give it a name. So the default name is channel calendar. So you could either use the default name or just provide a name. I'm just going to stick with the default name there, and then you add it to that channel. So let's see what happens once you've added it to the channel. When you have a look now at the top of your channel, you've got posts, files, etc., and then right at the end there, channel calendar. So it is now a tab in my channel, and if I go ahead and click on it, that's what I see. There is my week. Yeah, I'm not very busy this week. I should probably work on that. Anyway, let's start a meeting. So we're going to schedule a meeting. This is where it's important to decide on how you're going to do this as a teacher. You either schedule your meetings, okay, or you start your meetings right away. I'm going to say schedule the meeting. Right, or schedule the meeting. I don't know if they say schedule or schedule, I don't know. So you can start in your channel or straight in your calendar. I was in the calendar, so I just started in the calendar. And we go, if you have a look there, you've got new meeting, and there's a little drop down over there. So you click on new meeting, and then you're going to select schedule meeting, or schedule, if that's your flavor. And let's see, this is what comes up. Now you've got all the new meeting details, and I'm actually going to take you through setting a meeting for one of my classes. So the first thing that you need to do is give your meeting a name. It's probably going to be advisable to come up with some sort of a convention across the grades and subjects as to how you're going to name your meetings. It just makes it easier for the students when they're looking at their calendar to find what they're looking for. So give your meeting a name according to what you've decided to name them amongst yourselves. Specify the correct date and time. Please make sure that it is the right time. Okay, so it's not like 1 a.m. in the morning instead of 1 p.m. in the afternoon. That's kind of important. And then the most important thing, if you are scheduling this from the calendar, then you'll need to go and select a channel. Okay, if you are scheduling this from within a channel that you are in, it will automatically be there. So there's the pros and cons, okay, of scheduling from a channel or from the calendar. If I scheduled from the calendar, so I had to go and choose the channel. If you were in the channel already and you clicked on, schedule, it will then be there automatically. Okay, so just make sure, regardless of which way you did it, that you have chosen the correct channel for this meeting to take place. There it is there, as you can see. If I look, there it is there on the calendar tab. There it is there, the meeting that I've just scheduled. Fantastic. The good news is it's also put it in the channel. There it is down there. Okay, you can see that it's accessible there. Even if I go into Outlook, if I go into Microsoft Outlook and I look there, you can see it's even on my Outlook calendar as well. So the moment you've done it, it's there in the channel calendar. It's there in the team news feed or the channel news feed. It's also in Outlook. There it is there. And yes, I know it says I live in Benoni, and I do live in Benoni because the sun always shines in Benoni. Okay, there's a lot of sunshine around here. Anyway, moving on. Setting meeting options before the meeting starts. Okay, this is very important because you want to have a little bit of control over what your students can and cannot do during your lesson. So let's see what do we have available. So here you can see there's my meeting there. I actually want to view the meeting details before I can actually access any options. So I click on the three dots and I will see it says view meeting details. So that's the one way. Or if you were in your calendar, okay, I'm just showing you if you were in the calendar or in your team newsfeed, your channel newsfeed, you can see there it is there. You just click on the calendar entry and you're going to click on the edit. Do you see it's got join or edit? Join means you're going to start the meeting. So let's not do that. Click on edit. All right, you're going to click edit. And again, so whether you clicked on edit here or view meeting details earlier, you're going to end up at this point where you're going to see all the details that you put in when you created the meeting. That's great, but what are we looking for specifically here? Now we have something which we didn't have before, and there it is there, meeting options. Now remember, our meeting hasn't started yet, so this is before the meeting begins. Meeting options. So if I click on meeting options, it's going to open up a browser window, take me through to the meeting options window. There it is there, and there are all the options that are available. Let's have a look at the most important ones I think that you will want to use. The first one is who can bypass the lobby. All right, who can bypass the lobby? At the moment, I think the default one is everyone, but I think you should change that to only me. As in not me, you the teacher who are creating this. Set it to only me. That's the first thing. Next, always let callers is the people joining the meeting, bypass the lobby. I'm going to say no. Okay, no. You'll see why, because we're going to get onto the lobby in a minute. Then we have who can present, and this is up to you now. All right, this is what you can decide. Either everyone can present. That means that everyone is a presenter, and they've got a slightly more permissions than an attendee. So guys, this is what you need to decide as a teacher. If you would like people just to be able to be in the meeting and observe what's going on and interact that way, then you'll say only me. You choose only me. Okay. Or if you want people to be able to share their screens in the lesson, you click on everyone. All right, so that's up to you to decide and see what's going to work for you. All right. Oh, just to go back, the other options there, allow the mic, allow the camera, allow reactions. You can enable those or disable those. So these are all the meeting options that you have available. So what if you didn't set any of those options before the meeting started? You can actually still get control over those options once your meeting has started, and I'm going to show you how. So here you can see when the meeting has started, you go up to those three dots again. Let's just zoom in a bit there. All right, there they are. So you click on your three dots as normal and you select meeting options. Now, what's nice, what I like about this is it doesn't take you out into a web browser window. All right, the options become available right there in the meeting window in just a side panel that pops open there. That's actually quite handy. I like this one. But remember, your meeting has already started, so you've got to do this like before everybody's ready to get going. So have a look again. There are the options. Who can bypass the lobby? Allow. Always let callers bypass the lobby. Allow. Who can present, etc., etc. You decide on all of these options. All right. So now, who can bypass the lobby? If you said no one, all right, that means when everyone joins the meeting, they get put into this like temporary meeting area, like a lobby where they're not in the main room yet. They're not in the main meeting. So here you can see, I can see, oh, I've got a person, two people actually waiting in the lobby already. And I can then view the lobby or I can admit them. And what's nice is when you are starting your meeting and waiting for everyone, as they come in, they'll start appearing there and it says waiting in the lobby. And you can either kick them out if they're not supposed to be in your meeting or press the green tick to allow them in. And that is how we use calendars in our channels, specifically calendar channels, how we can use the lobby, and how you can then also have access to all the options before or once your meeting has started. Specifically calendar channels. What the hell? And meeting options are all available to you. Blah, 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 blah.